In this afternoon's video, I'm going to have a quick look at what's going on between China and Australia in terms of the trade tensions that are rising, and we're going to have a quick look at what Wuhan is doing about the new cases of infections. Hello and welcome to another acysecurities market update. My name is Alistair Schultz and I'm going to be a host through today's trading journey. Now, the first thing on the cards I'm going to be covering today is really these rising tensions that we're seeing between China and Australia, and for the better part, much of the rest of the world. We're seeing at the moment that a lot of people are interested in this independent investigation into the origins of COVID-19. Now, while that is occurring, it is also raising some of the tensions. China is pushing back a fair bit. We have seen a number of statements come from the Australian ambassador from China, and this has continued to do so. Now, we've seen barley getting tariffs placed, or at least the talk and speculation of perhaps having some tariffs placed on barley exports to China, which of those, barley happens to be in our top 3 exports to China from an agricultural side of things. In addition to that, we're now seeing that they've put a ban in place effective as of yesterday about banning a few different meat factories here in Australia. They happen to be the abattoirs that export the most, and it actually ends up being about 35% of all red meat that is exported to China, just from the 4 abattoirs that they've banned so far. Now, they are citing that there is some other parts of this that are going on, traditionally to do with labeling of the products that are going out, but it could also be a part of what is actually happening with the trade relationships. Now, there has been some threatening cases made that should the push for an independent investigation continue from the Australian side, that we would likely see economic retaliation. And that seems to be happening right about now. So we're going to have to keep an eye on what really happens, because naturally the trading side of things, when it comes to China, Australia's largest trading partner is China, with more than 30% of all exports going to China. Now, that is problematic, especially for the idea of a recovery from these lockdowns, from COVID-19, and our general economic side of things. So if we don't get that sort of trade happening, then it is likely that our recovery here in Australia is going to take much longer. Now, the other side that I'm going to be looking at today is about COVID-19. There have been some new cases that have originated in Wuhan. They are localized. The people that were there were from asymptomatic to begin with. And so now, because they are uncertain about how many people may have been asymptomatic and have turned now to being ill, they're going to start testing again in Wuhan. The aim is to actually have all 11 million people in Wuhan tested in a very short space of time. So right now, over the next 10 days, there are going to be some plans put in place to see how each little part of Wuhan will be able to reach the testing numbers that they're after. So we'll have some more information on that over the next 10 days as it progresses. That's really all I've got for you today. The only other thing is a little bit of a reminder that tonight at 11:30 p.m. we do have US core CPI and normal CPI coming out or being released. So keep an eye on that, especially if you're trading US dollar pairs. Now, if there's any information I've covered in this video, or perhaps some of my others that you would like to get in contact with me about, feel free to shoot me an email at talk2al@acy.com. And of course, like and subscribe the video so you can get more great content from me and ACY Securities in the future. Have a great trading day ahead.